Hi fans of high quality entertainment. Now, this video is inspired by Scott from the Prague Corner. The other day he did a video, his top 15 bands that he hates. So please check out his channel, and by the way, I'll have a link for the video. His number one was a bit of a shocker, so please check out Scott's video. And I have done these kind of lists before, but I think usually I just put, instead of hate, I put dislike. But I'm going to try hate in the title because Scott's video in, I think, one day got over 10,000 views. So I'm expecting 100,000 views for this video in one day. So first off, some of my viewers out there, they're going to be big fans, or fans of some of these bands I list. This is just my own personal opinion. If you love the bands, that's great. Except for maybe number 2. Alright, number 10, I had to include 2 bands in this because they're very similar. They're not similar sound-wise, but they're similar to how I dislike them. Although their early music, I didn't mind at all. Number 10 is Aerosmith and Heart. Both bands, their early albums I like, especially Aerosmith. My favorite would be Toys in the Attic. But, Rocks is great and all that. But later on, and Draw the Line, but later on, they just got too poppy, always trying to get these, hit singles and all that. And it was a very big turnoff for some of us early Aerosmith fans. But they're certainly not a terrible band, but I never listen to them anymore. And Heart, I love Magic Man. I love, like I said, their early stuff, and then after maybe Dog and Butterfly, I just really lost interest in them, and they went very commercial, of course, in the 80s. But not saying they're not talented. The Wilson sisters are very talented, just not my kind of music. Number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Coldplay. Yeah, when they came on the scene, at that time I was a huge fan of U2, and they were just like a wannabe U2 band. That's how I felt with their music. I will say I did like, 1 or 2 songs, but overall they just didn't interest me at all. So I hate them. Now number 8 has actually gone, I guess, down in my, least favorite bands ranking because of a recent documentary I watched by them. I'm still not a fan of their music. I think it's way too corny, I guess. A lot of their, the love songs and everything. They're definitely talented, just not my kind of music. It is Bon Jovi, and the documentary I'm talking about is Thank You, Good Night, the Bon Jovi story. I watched the whole documentary, and I do respect them all, especially John Bon Jovi. All of the trials and tribulations, with his vocals the last few years, and him, he's just a very hard worker. The whole band, of course, is, and even get a bit of Richie Sambora's story in there. It's a pretty honest documentary for the most part, the good and the bad. And so I have a new respect for Bon Jovi as a band, but I still don't really care for their music. In fact, I hate it. Just joking. Alright, number 7 is a band I really don't know. I haven't heard too much of their music, but the music I've heard is god-awful. So I will never have have in my CD collection the Dave Matthews Band. Just not my kind of thing, man. I hate them. Number 6. Once again, early on, I was a fan. I bought their first album. I still really enjoy their debut album. Other than that, there might be a song or two throughout the 150 years they've been making music and playing live. And it's also the personalities of the band. There's one person I'm not really a fan of at all. It is, and of course I'm talking about Gene Simmons, and I'm talking about the band Kiss. Yeah, I love the debut album. Hotter Than Hell was really good except for the production. Dressed to Kill, Kiss Alive, and then I kind of lost interest in them after Destroyer, and I don't know. It was just, I feel the last many years it's just kind of like a money-making machine and not really about the music. But I do like Ace Frehley and Peter Criss, and Paul Stanley is okay. It's just that I hate Gene Simmons. I just like saying hate. Hate's a very strong word. I should just say dislike. Alright, number 5. Oh, I hate this band. Once again, well, it is the music too, because I just find the songs are, for the most part, they're classics. They're great. But they just don't interest me at all, because I don't get anything. You know, you hear the song once, oh, that's a good song, and then it's just too perfect or whatever. It's maybe they're just too good. I don't know. But I'm not a fan of the Eagles, and especially Don friggin' Henley, who supposedly doesn't even sing live in concert these days. He just lip syncs. All right, we're getting into the top 4. Number 4, I mean, the name alone is like, stay away from this band. Limp Bizkit. Yeah. I don't even want to talk about them. They're just the worst. Well, they're not the worst. They're the 4th worst. But yeah, not a fan of Limp Bizkit or the name of the band. I hate them. Number 3. Now, number 3, I think some of my viewers that know me pretty well are going to think they're number 1, but they're not. They are number 3. Nickelback. Now, for talent, for playing their instruments and all that, seriously, they're talented. It's just the type of music they play. Once again, it's very commercial, radio, you know, trying to create these radio hits, and they've succeeded for the most part through the years. But and there's rumors they're from Canada. They're not from Canada. And yeah, I dislike them with a passion. I hate them. What is number 2? Oh, I hate this band. It's Motley friggin' Crue. Now, Michael Noland from The Bottom Line, took me a second, from The Bottom Line, he's a huge fan of Motley Crue. Just joking. Yeah. He's done some videos on them and how, especially the past few years, how bad they are in concert, and supposedly they have backing tracks for even the bass and all that, which I don't know. But yeah, I don't like I love one song, I do admit. It is called, it's right on the tip of my tongue and in my brain. Dr. Feelgood. That's it. I actually do like that song. But other than that, I hate them. Number 1. Now, you know what's number 1. You know who I haven't talked about yet. They are my least favorite band. I hate them. They are Guns N' Roses. And back in the day, I actually did buy Use Your Illusion 1 and Use Your Illusion 2. And at some point in my life, I actually did like those albums, kind of, but not for long. And I don't know, they seem to just be, you know, they're still doing live concerts, but it's mainly about Appetite for Destruction. You know, the songs on that, Sweet Child O' Mine, Welcome to the Jungle. Those, you know, when they perform live, that's what fans are mainly looking for. They haven't really done anything in the past few years. It's like they are almost like a tribute band to the 80s era of Guns N' Roses, for me. And I'm not a fan of Axl Rose and his vocals, ever. But like I said, I'm sure there's lots of fans, of course, of Guns N' Roses. I'm just not a fan myself. I hate them. It's fun saying hate. So that's it. I would love your thoughts. Of these 10 bands that I mentioned, which ones do you dislike? And which ones do you love? Let me know in the comments section below. And please check out the Prog Corner and his top 10 hated bands. And please like the video or dislike it, I don't care. And please subscribe. Thank you. Goodbye.